Happy Thanksgiving to you.
Welcome back to the Dirt Drive podcast. I've got a little short one for you today. Just a little Thanksgiving update. It's just me and Tim here today. Everyone is out and about this
doing
weekend.
Thanksgiving stuff.
Traveling, whatnot. So just me and him sitting down today, and just going to be kind of a short little, just sit here and talk,
Just what they all are.
Well, this one's just more of a, we don't really have a topic other than just kind of...
get to know us, hang out.
Yeah, and, say thanks to everyone who's listened in. And, I think one of the biggest things from a podcast perspective that we learned at SEMA was that
we're doing everything right.
I mean, we're doing a lot of stuff right, and the numbers that we're seeing, the response that we're getting from the people who are listening and all that is tracking very well.
Yeah.
We talked to one specific group of podcasters who've been
get out and drive
3 years.
Yeah, 3 years. They were awesome. They were great to talk to.
Yeah, they were great to talk to. We learned a lot of good information from them. But one of the biggest things we took away was just that, the numbers we're seeing and the response we're getting is stuff that people in some podcasts don't see for several years.
Yeah.
And we're, 6, 7...
So this is episode 26 and a half. So we're legitimately 6 months in.
Yeah, so 6 months in, and because of all you guys who are listening and sending us that feedback, we are tracking really well. We're getting a lot of downloads and listens every week.
Yeah, we've made some good friends. I mean, we've had
and I think that's the biggest thing. We've been introduced to a lot of people through this.
Yeah, the guys that get out and drive, they were awesome.
Yep.
I've talked to them at SEMA for a while.
Yep.
I was friends with Leah before, but like sitting down with her, I want to get her in with all the guys.
Yep.
But sitting down with her, that was an awesome interview. Like just getting comfortable. Buddy was fun. Buddy was fun. But that's just Buddy.
Yeah.
We met Robert Kelly. Kelly this year. He was awesome. He reached out through the podcast.
That was awesome. And then you've been talking to the other podcast guys too.
Yep. The Builder Sessions.
Yep, Builder Sessions.
They're really cool guys.
Yeah, so we've gotten to talk to a lot of really cool people. We've got some people we have on the books to talk to here, over the next couple weeks, couple months kind of thing.
We're not slowing down. We're definitely not slowing down. And it's because of you guys. We literally can't say thank you enough.
It's not just from the perspective of because people are listening. We've had people who have listened and given us really good feedback about what they like to hear and what I think when we first started this, our main goal was to be an off-road podcast and focus a lot on off-roading, overlanding stuff. And then we talked to a bunch of people who kind of all said the same thing, and they were like, you guys just really sound like a good time.
Yeah,
like you just sound like you're having a good time while you're doing it. And we've had a couple people just like, I could listen to you guys talk all day long. And so we kind of shifted that mentality from trying to be a off-road,
like
have a little more informational
to like an off-road like lifestyle.
Yeah.
Like I hate the word lifestyle, like it sounds pretentious. When I was talking to some guys
I think we've narrowed it down to like a off-road comedy.
Off-road comedy, yeah. like Two Bears meets Smoking Tire meets like Lauren Healy. I don't know.
And just like...
Except for just a whole lot less famous than all of those guys.
And just sitting in a basement talking about, a joint passion that we have that a lot of people in the world share, but just we've realized just doing it from our perspective of... and not just like hey, this is off-roading and this is overlanding and these are the things you have. It's just like, nope, this is what we do, and we do a lot of dumb shit, and you're more than welcome to join us and do dumb shit with us.
It was yesterday, 2 days ago, I was in the shop and I was uploading because we changed hosting platforms. We're on Anchor now. Shout out to Anchor. Anchor's owned by Spotify.
Oh,
so
okay.
Now I can upload like the JRE and other Spotify owned or supported podcasts, I can upload videos to Spotify, so you can watch. Like right now they're just slideshows.
Yeah.
But so I was making sure it was working, so I clicked on. Was it the road trip episode?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and we were talking about Denny's, and I'm like,
Denny's.
This is like we're laughing at ourselves obviously because I thought it was funny. But the best part of this whole thing is like we get to look back in 50 years with our kids.
Oh yeah,
and we're not reliving the stories then.
No,
but like through our memories.
Yeah,
we're listening to the stories a week
like after they're happening.
And that's what I'm like. I love this. This is so much fun.
Well, and it's also like
the fact that we have people that like to listen to us is wild.
Yeah, not only that, but just because you can have an informational show. Obviously, there's a lot of informational podcasts and video casts and all that stuff out there, and they can do well, and people can love to listen to that stuff. But hearing people say that they just enjoy listening to us just be like our authentic selves, like we're just a bunch of goofballs. Like it's just there's no way around it. Like we're just a bunch of goofballs who have similar interests, and we hang out a lot, and we know each other well enough at this point that
my other favorite thing
it just
is
flows.
Like it can be you, PJ, Tom, and I. Or it can just be you and I, or it could be you and Tom. It could be whoever. And we're just like we're just so comfortable around each other.
And
like we can have a good time and a good conversation with whomever be here. And that's kind of a direction that I'm trying to guide it into is like there's a ton of interview shows out there. Oh yeah, which we do interviews. I mean we've had a bunch of good ones.
We do, but it's not so much of like you said before. Like it's not so much
an interview.
The monologue interview, or not just so much a question and answer kind of thing. It's our goal is just to have a conversation.
Yeah, so you're right. It's not. We haven't had interviews. We've had guests.
Yeah,
because interviews are very point blank
you have
and answer.
You have your planned questions, and this and that.
We want a guest to come and sit down, have a beer, hang out, and chill.
I find, and it's not all interviews, but most interviews follow that like. Someone's trying to promote something, like they come on with the intention of promoting something, and the host is there, and they have their questions that they ask, but obviously the conversation generally steers towards whatever that person wanted to come on the show for. And those are all fine.
Like the people we want to have on, we just want to have on because they're good people to talk to and it's just hang out with. Well, and obviously if they want to promote something
that's fine.
Promote your thing.
Yeah, do your thing. But I think it's been more cool that we've had individual people reach out and want to be on. We've had people reach out to their friends and go, "Hey, you should be on this show. You would love these guys. Like they have a really good time. Think you could do really well doing it," right? Like we have people helping us expand what we're doing because they're doing the hard part for like we haven't had to cold call anyone because we have other people reaching out on our behalf without us even they're just all of a sudden we get a text message or a call one day be like, "You need to talk to this guy. Like I already talked to him. He's down. Like set up a date." Like it's like, holy crap. Like that was like the builder session thing, right? It's like one person listened to both podcasts and told those guys, "Hey, you should talk to these guys. I think you guys would make a great episode out of it," kind of thing, right?
Which we're trying to get scheduled. It's just both of those guys are teachers, and they've got kids.
We'll get them on. We're
really working on getting them on.
It'll be good, and then
shout out to Rosie and Hoff.
Yeah,
we're going to get you guys on. I promise.
But it's like Robert Keller's another like. Listens in, and he's just like, "Hey, would you mind having me on?" And that was he was
I just posted something
awesome.
like goofy on Instagram. I'm like, "Hey, who should we have on?" He's like, "Me," and I'm like, at first I'm like, "Who the hell is this guy?" Then I looked at him, I'm like, "Oh shit, this guy's pretty cool."
Yeah, but that's the thing. It's just like, holy crap! Like if you think you're not going to have that kind of reach. At least right off the bat, right? Like obviously, as you're picking away over there, dude.
Damn, I don't know what I got in my eye, but I'm really going at it.
But it's been really awesome because of the people who have been listening. setting up those scenarios for
it's
us.
Just a good network of people.
Yeah, it's a good network of people, and
looking forward to it continuing to grow.
I think based on the reception that we've gotten and the feedback we've gotten, a lot of that has to do with the fact that people really feel like we're just being authentic. And
which we're not. We're lying the whole time.
Oh, yeah. but it's like I think that's always been our goal, is just to never we always do this from this is our perspective. This is what we do. This is the fun that we have. And
we tried the social media thing too. Like we started Facebook groups and pages, and I just couldn't get that's just such a hard drive. Like, this is so much. It's not easier because it's a lot of fucking work.
Yeah.
But it's so much easier because we can just sit down and hang out and have authentic conversations.
Well, and I think the biggest difference is when you just cold start a Facebook group or anything like that, and people may know you, quote unquote, they may know who you are, but you don't necessarily always have the ability to get a sense of who is running this Facebook page, who's running this Instagram page.
Yeah, you're trying to promote something, you're trying to promote.
Yeah, so I think this media form where people can listen to you when they want to, right? They have the ability. It's not a live broadcast, so they can tune in whenever they want.
Live from future past.
Yeah, but it's
we're gonna make a T-shirt. That's got to be.
Yeah, they can tune in the day the episode drops, or they can tune in later in the week.
Yeah.
Whatever works into their schedule. So I think that's what makes it a lot easier. They feel like they're not necessarily missing anything, because you post something on Facebook and within a couple hours it's at the bottom of somebody's feed and they may never see it. But this form gives people a chance to tune in whenever it is feasible for them, and it also gives them the ability to kind of feel out are these guys talking shit? Are they for real? You can usually...
Which we've made it a point. We've gotten... I'm not caught a few times, but we make it a point to not talk shit.
No. I mean, just more like
telling lies.
Not even the lies. It's just more, people can tell generally when someone's got a persona.
Oh, or if you're being authentic. Yeah. I see what you're saying.
Right. Because we could get on here every day and we could never cuss. We could never joke around. We could just talk off-roading and all that stuff. But that's hard for us because it's not who we are. When we're together, we all like to joke around and have a good time and tell stories and do whatever.
Drink a little beer, hang out.
Yeah, and so my hope was always that would come across in the episodes. And based on what people are telling us it is, and what that also tells me is people are actually not just tuning in, but they're listening, they're paying attention, they are retaining what we're talking about, because we've had people show up at the shop and be like, "Oh, I listened to your episode last week, and you guys were talking about it. That was so great. I remember when that happened." And it's just or this is awesome.
Or they show up and they're talking about an episode 3 weeks ago. I don't remember that conversation at all.
But it's awesome, when we get the people who maybe were also there when certain things happen, and they go, "Oh, dude, I haven't thought about that in years. That was so much," because it helps other people relive the fun times that we had. And so I'm super thankful for all the people who are listening in and helping us spread our media and all this stuff. And like you said, we've made a lot of good friends through it. We've met a lot of really cool people, and
we've met a lot of cool companies too.
I mean,
companies that we're hoping to grow with and
absolutely.
With.
And I think it's we do this because we like doing it, and it's been a really fun experience so far, and I hope it continues to be fun. And what makes it most fun for me is when people either message us or come into the shop, or they stop us at Big Dogs and they're just like, "Yo, man, I checked the last couple of episodes. I'm trying to get caught up, blah, blah, blah. You guys were talking about that." We had one guy who used to be a customer at the shop, and he moved away. He's in Tennessee or something. And he calls in every now and then to ask questions and stuff, because he's found a new mechanic and he's trying to make sure the guy knows what he's doing. Yeah. But every time he calls, he's like, "Yo, man, that last episode was great. You guys keep doing what you're doing. I love listening to the pod." And this is a guy, we physically haven't seen him in 2 to 3 years. And he's listening to us in Tennessee as if he's down the street from us. And he's just like, "If I could bring my Jeep to you guys, I still would. But man, work moved me. But it's so cool to hear stuff like that.
Yeah, just the chilling, having a beer conversation.
Yeah, and I think that's what people look for a lot nowadays is they have their informational stuff, they have their comedy podcasts, and then people just want authentic media. There's so much media out there nowadays that
it's hard. It's hard to bring that across too.
Absolutely.
To show that you're authentic through like a YouTube video or like Instagram Reels or whatever. You need the long form.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I think
that I talked to when we were in the social media thing at SEMA. I talked to Street Hunter. What the hell is that? Hunt.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I can't remember his first name. But he's
Why is it escaping me?
Starts with a J. Hunt. Yeah, it's from Street Hunter. Shout out if you're listening. Like, sorry, dude.
Yeah,
I know you got like 2 million followers, but like
that was the last day of SEMA, and it was
some kid was asking him about growing his TikTok account.
Yeah,
and he's like, "How do I do this?" And he was the social media guy was like, "Well, you need to figure out how to bring long form content onto a short form media."
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's super hard. And
and
the hard thing that I'm having now with the podcast is bringing long form to short form. Is because if we want to grow further and get onto TikTok and like Reels, is I need to figure out how to program it for short form.
Well, and I think one of the biggest things a lot of people run into now today too is like people have. There's a lot of media that's turned into. We get clicks and views when we just say controversial stuff.
Yeah.
Right?
That was one of his points for us.
Yeah, it's like whether they believe it or not, people have realized if I just say something controversial, I'm cool. Like it'll get me the comments, it'll get me the likes, it'll get me the shares, whatever. Yeah. And that's not what we like to do. We just want to be around a campfire and drink beer.
One of the things I was talking to him about is like if you want your podcast to grow faster, he's like, you need to say controversial stuff. And I'm like, yeah, but that's not who we are.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to talk shit about people.
Well, I get what he's saying. It's not even
not
really
talking shit. It's like East Coast, West Coast. Like, let's shit on Patagonia's.
Yeah,
like,
it's relying on your stereotypical, like, East Coast off-roading is better than West Coast off-road, but not giving any explanation as to, like, that's my opinion.
Yeah.
And it's not a...
I don't have an opinion because I've never done West Coast.
Well, but it's also... It's a little bit of like... It's my opinion because, like you, I haven't done a whole lot of West Coast stuff, right? But we know what the differences are between the two.
Yeah.
They're different. It's not that one's better than the other. They're different. You can have a preference for which one you like more, just like we talked about with Robert, right? Like... He says his favorite stuff to do
is East Coast.
Is East Coast stuff.
The sloppies, banging off of trees,
because it's
hitting
just
big rocks.
He likes the more technical stuff. But we've talked to plenty of people who love to desert race and they love the Baja life, right? Like, and that's fine. Like everyone's got their stuff. And
it's one of our goals for 2020. Let's say 2025.
I want to be the guy who just
to get to the Mint 400 and have a race car in the Mint 400.
Like I just want to wheel, man. Like that's all it is.
I want a race car.
And I'm hoping that as people continue to support us like they have and we get this thing to grow and all this stuff, that we are then one day hopefully afforded the ability to take this on the road and take trips that we can do like vehicle reviews and all this stuff, because that's what I want to do. Yeah. Like I would love for our brand to stretch that far and wide, that we have the...
But even if we stay at I would love to get there, but like even if we stay where we are now, like I'm gonna be happy and I'm gonna keep doing it for the people that we have.
As long as people
I would love to grow it and to do those things. Like I can't wait to do that. Like,
as long as people,
like the day that I can quit my day job and produce the podcast professionally, hell yeah, sign me up.
I think as long as people keep telling us that they enjoy listening to us and they're having a good time and they're... hopefully in a lot of our episodes that we do talk about off-roading and overlanding and stuff, that people are still learning stuff, because we're constantly learning stuff. The trade and the industry is constantly evolving, so it's never going to stop. But as long as people are still getting something out of what we're talking, even if it's just pure entertainment, I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
It's as long as people keep calling us and walking up to us and going, "You guys are hysterical. I love listening to you." Like that's that's enough. Like, I mean, definitely sponsors, send the check, but you know, it's
like, send the check. We want to race in the Mint 400. Yeah, come on.
I want to do a lot of stuff, and you know, it's cost monies.
Yeah,
but we're poor. We're just guys sitting in a basement.
two guys in a shop and a building inspector. God damn.
We need money. Send the check.
Well, that's one of the other crazy things I've found out at SEMA, and like talking through to the guys at the builder session is like everyone doing this, and like even the people on social media, they don't do it for a living. They do it because they love it, and it's just fun.
At least the people,
like everyone's got a day job.
Yeah, and I find that the people that are most successful usually they're just being themselves, right? Because like I said, so much of social media nowadays is you're getting it through some kind of filter, right? Whether it's a persona or it's been photoshopped or edited, whatever. Like, there's so little true, authentic media out there right now that I think people crave it. So I think we have the benefit of coming in, and like we've said for years, and people told us for years at Big Dogs as they would sit around the fire with us, you guys should record this stuff. It's really funny. And we're just like, yeah, sure. Like, no one wants to listen to us. Just be babble. Slightly drunk and babble and whatever. And then turns out, no, that's exactly what people want to listen to. And it's like, wow, we are professionals at that. So
great.
Yeah, let's do it. And thankfully the response has been what it was. Yeah. And like I said, can't thank people enough.
That's
for affording us this opportunity to
continue to
grow and meet the people that we have, and our name is getting out there because of the people who are listening. And you know, it's definitely a drive to push our name, but thankfully we have a good group of listeners and a good group of people we know personally who listen, who are more than happy to help us do that. And so to that, I mean, we can only say thank you guys. You know, we greatly appreciate it. You know, there's really not enough we can say to everyone who's shown us the support that they have, because that's just what keeps us going week in and week out to record these episodes and put this stuff up, because you guys keep telling us that it's fun to listen to, and we want to, if all we can do is provide a little bit of
a break,
break from all the craziness of the world, and just give you guys a good time, even if it's only 20 minutes or it's an hour and a half of us just kind of bullshitting around and having a good old open conversation, then
hang out and telling lies with your friends.
Then that's, my fish was this big. No, my fish was this big. Yeah. Like, if that's all we can get out of this and give to you guys, then that makes us happy. And we can't say enough how much we appreciate everyone listening, and not just listening, but giving us the feedback that you do, and telling us whether we're doing a good job, a bad job. It doesn't matter to us. We're always open to learn.
So my favorite feedback is when everyone's telling us we're doing stuff right.
Yeah.
But like, it's still not taking off like I wanted to. I'm like, God damn, I can't do anything better. But
but we also learned that, I mean,
it takes a while.
It takes a while, but for what the numbers we're hitting, I mean, we're far ahead of the curve, in that regard. So, I mean, I think, we just keep putting along in time, and again, everyone who's listening to this, thank you very much. And
if you're listening, it's episode 300, and we're doing this for our day job. Shout out.
Yeah, right. So future us, hopefully, you listen back on this, and we're at that point, and you guys just keep tuning in and letting us know what you want to hear, and anything we can do better. Call us out on our mistakes.
Yeah.
We're still in the infancy of this whole thing. So if we say something wrong, do something wrong, let us know. We'll fix it, make it better. And then, but the idea is you guys just keep coming here to have a quote unquote conversation with us every week and have a good time. Then we're doing something right.
Yeah, shout out. Thanks you guys. Thanks, you guys.
Thanks, yous guys.
Thanks, yous guys. Enjoy your...
I feel like the truck driver from Futurama. Yous guys.
Enjoy your turkey. Enjoy your ham.
And we're having lamb for Thanksgiving.
Ooh. We're not hosting this year, and I'm super excited for that.
Yeah, we're not hosting, but we're going down to a beach house in Duck. It was something that Brittany's family had done years ago, and they were always like, oh, it's so nice because the beach is empty, like it's nice and quiet, whatever. And so luckily, a friend of ours was like, just go down to the house. Like, nobody's renting it. And we're just like, okay.
Oh, yeah, done. Sold.
And so...
Yeah, we've got a friend with a beach house down there, and we love going in the off-season just because it's so quiet.
It's awesome. But yeah, we've got lamb and goat mac and cheese and ham. It's going to... Not necessarily some of your traditional foods, but in my opinion, turkey's a little overrated. And
turkey's delicious.
Takes forever to cook. Mm-hmm. So you got to slave over a hot oven for 8 hours. It's a little rough.
That's why I'm excited to not host this year. We don't have to cook, and I don't have to do the dishes. It's the best part. I can leave. We're doing it at my dad's house, like right up the street from you guys.
Yeah.
And we'll get there. We're bringing a dessert. We're gonna hang out with family, and then when it's time to leave, we get to leave and go home to a clean house.
There you go.
And nobody's there.
That's the way one of my uncles is. He was a chef for like 20 years, and he was like, I'm never cooking ever again, but he will do every dish.
Oh yeah.
So I'll sit there and I'll cook, and the whole time he's just running dishes and it's just like, and I'm like, are you sure? And he's like, nope, I'm not touching a single piece of food.
Pop the headphones in and just do dishes all night long.
Pretty much.
Yeah, that's what I did the last 2 years. Is as people were cooking, I was just standing at the sink, just a line.
That's the only way.
Dishes.
That's the only way. Because if you don't, you're screwed.
And then I lay on I finish my Thanksgiving dinner.
I lay
on the floor in front of the fire.
Yeah.
I digest, and then I do more dishes.
Yep.
And then I eat whatever piece of pie. The pecan pie. Is it pecan or pecan?
We could sit here for hours.
What's your favorite Thanksgiving pie?
Oh, probably pecan pie.
Yeah, definitely the best.
Yeah, especially because Brittany found a recipe that, like, I shit you not, dude. It is literally the best pecan pie I've ever had in my life.
So we discovered this. I don't know how we
found it. No
offense,
offense, Grandma, R.I.P. But like, this thing is
apple pie with sharp cheddar cheese. That shit's good. Put a piece of sharp cheddar cheese on top of your apple pie. We found that this year.
I could see that the whole savory sweet thing. I could definitely see that. I like pumpkin pie. Pumpkin pie is another. I mean, it's a classic staple.
Yeah.
Brittany does not like pumpkin pie, but she likes pumpkin bread. And the pumpkin bread that she makes is...
It's been a while since I've had good banana bread, too.
Ridiculous. So, I'm excited for it. I mean, I think the majority of people like Thanksgiving from a food perspective. I know there's a lot of... whatever around it.
That's why we made Thanksgiving a dish at our wedding.
Yeah.
We had a Thanksgiving.
That was delicious.
That was so good.
I don't know what was... I still am trying to figure out which part of that was spicy. I couldn't tell if it was the...
I thought it was the cranberry. Like the cranberry spread.
That's what I thought. And then someone brought up that... And
it might have been the rind on the chicken.
Yeah, and I don't...
Or the turkey.
I don't know if everyone got some of the exterior of the turkey as well. Like, obviously, all of our pieces had some skin on there, and they had definitely done some good, like, fresh cracked black pepper, whatever. Good. But that first bite where you take some turkey, dip it in that little cranberry puree that they had done, and you're like, ooh, this got some heat to it.
Yeah, it was delicious.
And it was amazing. It was delicious. The bison was super good. Like, I could talk about that food.
Yeah.
I tell you, the biggest surprise, what was it? The sweet potato? Or
the yam or whatever it was?
Yeah. They had the little, like, mini popcorn.
Yeah.
Oh, my God,
like the popped grains.
Dude, that thing was...
So good.
So good. It was so good. I was just like,
I hope that people are listening as they're fasting for Thanksgiving dinner. Like they did their light breakfast. They're listening to
light breakfast, dude. I don't eat shit before Thanksgiving.
We do a light breakfast.
No,
I think we're doing a light breakfast at her dad's house this year, and then we're fasting obviously until 5-6 o'clock.
What do you consider a light breakfast before Thanksgiving?
Like an egg and a piece of bacon.
Okay, I was gonna say like
maybe a piece.
I've
of
heard
toast.
people go, "Yo, I just had a light breakfast, so I had 2 eggs, some bacon, some toast." I'm like, "That's not light. That's a full blown man breakfast.
Full ass breakfast. They call that the country breakfast if you go to a diner." I hope people listen to this like right at like noon. We're talking about this food.
Oh,
they're like, I fucking hate these guys. Can't wait for dinner.
We've got marinated lamb, ham, mashed potatoes and gravy, which will be made from scratch. Yeah. Obviously, it's me. Goat mac and cheese, rainbow carrots, roasted. And then her family always makes broccoli casserole. We'll have pumpkin and pecan pie for dessert.
Yeah, I'm so excited.
It's gonna be. Magical.
We've always done homemade everything for Thanksgiving. I've never done the store-bought stuff, which I've heard.
I can say the only store-bought thing that's ever been done is the cranberry, mostly because
the cranberry in a can.
Making cranberry sauce from scratch, it's kind of a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
So, I'm not a huge cranberry sauce fan myself.
Oh, I love cranberry sauce. You can't have a Thanksgiving sandwich. Thanksgiving leftover sandwich without cranberry is not a Thanksgiving leftover sandwich.
I'll make you some blackberry mustard sauce.
Sold. Make me whatever you want, Trevor.
If I had a choice between blackberry mustard sauce and cranberry sauce, blackberry mustard going to win every single time.
Cranberry sauce. I've never had your blackberry mustard sauce.
Everything.
Yeah, the best part about Thanksgiving is the Thanksgiving leftover sandwiches afterwards.
Oh, yeah. Dude, you wake up the next morning and you've got your rolls and you split your rolls in half and you just load it up with turkey or ham and your mashed potatoes and whatever. So good.
I'm so hungry right now.
But I'll put it to you this way. Blackberry mustard sauce is the holiday version of jalapeno cream sauce.
Ooh.
So
Tom would love that.
Yeah. So I'm gonna put that out there, and I'll make you guys some, and we'll cook up a ham or something at some point for like Friendsgiving or something.
Yeah, Are we doing a Friendsgiving afterwards?
I think that's the plan.
I thought we were gonna do something for New Year's if Tom can get off.
Well, we'll do it. Yeah, I think what we're doing is something either like Christmas or New Year's related. Yeah. We were talking last night about potentially doing like some indoor go-karting and
that'd be dope.
Having a dinner,
axe throwing, indoor go-karting.
Yeah, so.
Sweet.
We should be good.
Looking forward to it. Hope you guys enjoy your dinner.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening so much. I know we kind of went on a rant about that. Check us out everywhere social at The Dirt Drive.
Yep.
DirtNerdsOffroad.com.
It's got everything there from, swag store to the shop to all the socials. All the podcast episodes are on there. So you can literally get to anything and everything Dirt Nerds related through DirtNerdsOffroad.com.
Yep.
Go get yourself some stickers and some swag. Really rock that brand.
Hell yeah.
We've got all the swag you could ever need for all your off-roading and overlanding trips. So again, thank you guys so very much, for all the support you've shown. Hope you guys have a fantastic holiday break, and we will see you guys next time.
Yep. See you next week. Thanks, guys.